What's up, guys? So, Daddy Nickmercs last night announced he's coming back to the Apex comp. He's not 100% sure he's coming back to the hard Apex comp or soft, but right now he will compete casually in the comp scene until he find the team. And people were saying he banned by EA or Respawn, but it was a fake news. He's not banned by EA or Respawn. And he was also comparing COD versus Apex comp scene. Next, Raven was doing the Falcon WOD reviewing last night and what it went wrong with Falcons in the finals. But first, let's start the video with Daddy Nickmercs. I mean, he is father now, so I can call him Daddy.
That Apex tournament was nuts, Stu. It was nuts. Jesus Christ, man. Hal and the boys getting 20th place. I couldn't believe it, man. I thought they were going to clean house. Nothing. Nathan smacked, folded like a lawn chair. It's wild, man. Hal versus Nick, Twitter beef round 2. Nah, bro. Hal's got no beef with me, man. That's my dog, man. I like that guy. My short-term thoughts, like my quick thoughts. Look, guys, I miss gaming, but I miss gaming competitively, I've been doing that for the longer part of my life. I mean, literally since I was like 10 years old, I was playing tournaments. Like when I was like 11, 12, I was doing GBs, game battles, online tournaments. That's 22 years ago, So I've been doing this shit for a long time. And, when I peeled out from the Apex comp scene, it was a good break because there was so much stress. I mean, you guys remember, bro. If you guys watch that shit, dude, like, it's a little different now the way Apex Comp works. Like, you can't contest teams off drop, which is hilarious because when we were playing, we were the most contested team in the history of the game. And if you guys like that severely hurt our chances at everything. I mean, you know that. Everybody knows that. When you're constantly played for and people who are having bad reps just land on you to grief and bullshit. Like, it's weird, right? And it changes up the whole trajectory of your team and like the outcome of the tournaments consistently too, all the time. Now they have specific drop spots, so you can't even do that shit. So anyway, with that being said, that's definitely intriguing for me. And when I peeled out from all that, it was just super stressful, man. Like teams constantly playing, for us, griefing us. We didn't get into Pro League through LCQ by one fucking point. And that tournament was just a shit show, man. There were so many people doing so many fucking scam things. And we should have qualified 10 times over. I had like internet problems the first week, so we had a horrible placement. I mean, a lot of excuses, but they're real and fair excuses. You know what I mean? Took a long break, and during that break, good things and bad things, but ultimately a big void in my life. Like, whoa, the first time in 20 years not competing in a game of some sort. It kind of felt strange, right? So I've given it some thought, some consideration. I don't have any announcements per se today, but I think I'm going to put my toes back in the pool, play some Apex and see where it goes from there, Obviously, I've planted a couple seeds, just kind of getting a feel for what could be, here or there. Got some good looks, some things I know you guys would be, excited about. Not officially competing yet by any means, but very interested to do that again. So I don't know. I don't really know, ETA or I think the first step is just getting back in the mix and playing, and then going from there. So pulling ACU out of retirement? No. No, but I have planted a couple seeds, man. I can't tell you guys anything other than that. We'll see what happens. I don't care how old I am. I don't care what the landscape is. If I'm not at least attempting to get in there, you know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. My first step is getting back on the game and playing. BLGS coming up soon too, Nick. Yeah, I heard about that. BLGS. Now, congrats to Wig and them, though, man. That's definitely cool. I mean, and it's great that they have something going on during the offseason because that was always the biggest problem with competitive Apex. Like, during the season, sweet, but then when they take a break, man, god damn. You, Touche, and Wig, I'm pretty sure Touche can't play. Like, I think he's actually banned or something. I don't know. But that would be fucking insane. But I don't know, man. Call of Duty is a great esport, but Warzone itself is kind of ass. I'm not going to lie. It's not a great esport. I wouldn't even consider it an esport. I mean, straight up. ALGS and competitive Apex just way ahead of that whole thing, in my opinion. But people call themselves pros and they have like the earnings to back it and there's skill involved, absolutely. But it's just, I don't know, it seems so tacky almost in comparison. You know what I mean? Is that weird to say that? It seems tacky in comparison. Hal needs me. Yeah, that's probably why he didn't play as very well, because I wasn't on his team. Yeah, how about that tournament, man? That tournament was fucking lit. I'm happy for SSG, man. It's a good win. Match point is just the most hype shit in the history of Battle Royale, man. It really is. There was like 12 teams on it, man. For real, man. I was losing my mind for Deez and Jet, man. They're so much better than that shitty luck. Yeah, they're fucking killers, man. It's just like, look, I told Deez too, man. I was like, look, man, you're progressing. You know, as long as you're progressing, I don't see an issue, man. You got to get some experience under your belt, being at those kinds of tournaments, those kinds of lands. It's hard to see it as you're going through it, man, but it's very good experience for Deeds, man, especially him. And Jen, but especially Deeds, because he hasn't been to a lot of lands, you know? He's only been to 2 of them now.
I'm not gonna lie, Siphon is not what it used to be. Because the reason why, when we used to play aggressive comps from Siphon, by the way, chat, when I was on TSM, is because we used to get blues and purples, and then the teams around us would get white armors. And so we could take way more early fights. Yeah, it was the armor spawns. And so we could take way more early fights, clear people out, and we had a clear, like, armor advantage. And now it's just everyone's on blues early games here. Like, you have more meds than other people, but that's literally it for the most part. You have better gun selection, I guess better attachments, but, like, that's it. Siphon is really not what it used to be. Why would they pick Siphon this comp? So if you look back on, like, Falcons scrims, and, like, the day the patch dropped, they started playing Bang Crypto Watson, I think. Yeah, Bang Crypto Watson. They started playing. So they saw those first patch notes, and they read the meta as being Bang Crypto Watson, and they just hard committed to playing zone because they thought that was the best way to play the game. Turns out that it's like, sure, there are some teams that ended up playing that and they did well, but like that is definitely not what suits like Falcons' strength at all, and they just way too hard overcommitted to that read on the meta. When I thought it was a pretty bad read on the meta, at least for their skill set. They had a pretty like bad read on the meta, and they didn't understand like the Bang Newcastle cat thing.
We should go.
They didn't end up practicing it early enough, and that like Newcastle's a hard character to play, because if you f up the timings, or if you f up Newcastle util, your entire team dies. Now, if you actually use Newcastle util correctly, which is a possible thing, like it's not unrealistic thing to expect pro players to do, then you literally cannot die. You're unkillable. So it takes a solid, you should like expect a month of practice on Newcastle. A whole month of practice, I'd say. For pro teams.
We should copy that.
Wait, the comms already sound kind of fucking dead. Am I trolling?
They're still there. Baby.
Can't hit him. Yeah, go.
They're still there. They're still there.
I don't know why Jen wasn't EMPing the second he fucking Newcastle was right here. They should have at least tried it. Zero Sun's really low energy. I don't know if I'm just like reading into it too much, but like most of the code for the zone algorithm, and in the code there's like dev comments, and they literally said as much. Yeah, that was a little oopsies from respawn. It was gone within 10 minutes. Your code fucking sucks for playing this spot. What is Hal supposed to do there? They just climbed up over me. It's just luck that they killed Hal and not Zero. He's literally in the same spot as them. Could he have not taken that damage? No, it's EMP damage. And they're on wall hacks. That's the other thing. They get crypto EMP'd here. They're on wall hacks. You don't have a cat wall to get rid of those scans. Bro, Siphon has gotten nerfed. I don't know why Falcons thought Siphon was OP, man. I don't understand where they got this idea. This POI has been nerfed like 30 billion times. This POI is not that good, man. Okay, so they stick to this comp on Stormpoint. Again, just not a good comp from middle. It doesn't make any sense. You're playing heavily position-based and trying to get deep from middle here, and you're playing a comp that doesn't do well with lack of space, and thus wants to like take space and be the aggressor. It just doesn't make sense. That's why this is something I stress on TSM so much. You need to have a good read on the meta from the very beginning. You cannot just accept the meta for what it is from the very beginning, because if you are late and you realize that there's actually something that beats the flavor of the month comp, but you don't have enough time to practice it, you're f***ed. Maybe the solution was Zero Bang, Jen Newcastle, Hal Cat. I'm not joking. Like maybe I'm just being a hindsight Harry here, but maybe that's what they needed to stick to from the very beginning. Dude, their comp is so fragile, man. This comp sucks. This comp is so fragile, man. It's literally like a porcelain doll. You literally bump it wrong and it just shatters into a million pieces. I don't know the team dynamic. I don't know what Nick does. I know that Nick is a really good coach. I know that his understanding of the game is really good, but I would be lying if I said that I'm like he's definitely like we're definitely different coaches in the sense that I'm like way more serve and I definitely like more like control and say in my team than he does for sure. Like that's just like a 100% can confirm sort of thing. And I will like fight. I'll defend my points and I'll fight. Not fight, but like I'll defend my case, even if it means there's like conflict on the team. Yeah, 0-9 would not be a good fit. It would just not be good. I would literally tell him like we're not playing crypto from the very beginning. Literally day one of this patch, we're not playing crypto, and then he would disagree with me, and then we would fight, and then it would just never work out. Crypto is obviously an S-tier character, but he does not fit Falcons like players and skill set at all, like literally at all. I mean, that chat. Whoever was in my chat when they formed the super team and Hal joined Falcons, like the announcement. Did I not say that super teams disappoint? Did I not say that? I literally said that word for word. I was like, super teams rarely live up to expectations. I don't think that Hal's gonna leave Falcons. But I could be wrong. I just don't see who he would join. Maybe he goes and wait. What if he goes and IGL's LG? Probably said they won't split. How am I not IGL? Probably because he's side of it. And I want to IGL. He would continue. If you wanted to IGL, yeah, I don't think Hal's gonna go back to IGL. They need to change comp or give Gen time on Bang. No, Zero needs. Bro, there's one point between games where Falcons just walks past us and Hal and Gen Bird are just like laughing just laughing at something, just like laughing together, and Zero's just like stone cold, like just dead inside. In conclusion, battery to the meta, bad comp for their POIs, not the best meta for them really. Zero kind of sounded just like deflated the entire finals. Maybe it was lack of confidence. I have no idea. Okay, I'll start from the top. Obviously, Bang. I mean, I could put Bang here, actually. Obviously, Bang, there's just nothing this character is bad at. The only thing that would make her... Actually, I can't put Z. I would say the only thing that would make Bang good is if she could somehow, like, hit Beacon, like a complete character. I'm just gonna put Bang at Z, because she's pretty much perfect, like, complete character. Anyways, I think that's it. I think that's my tier list. I think I'm done, chat.
Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section, and if you are new here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting video. Hasta la vista, baby.